Well, we've left Sioux Falls and we're heading west on 90. And we got to make a couple of stops here along the way. And the first one is going to be just amazing. I can tell you that. It'll be amazing. Well, maybe not amazing. Maybe a long way from amazing. But we're going to stop anyway, just because it's a touristy thing to do. There you are, the Corn Palace. The Corn Palace is in Mitchell, South Dakota. And you'll see signs on the highway that say you've got to stop and see this thing. Well, it's got quite a history. This is the only world's corn palace. And yeah, I can see that and why it would be the only one. But they get about 500,000 visitors a year. 500,000. Boy, those signs really work. All these meals you see are made out of corn seeds and so forth. And supposedly they change them every year. And that's a good thing, get more tourists to stop. We did not take the tour. I wasn't that interested, I guess. Is it worth the trip to come down here off the highway and stop to see it? Well, I suppose you got to see it at least once. So we did it. This thing was actually built originally to bring in tourists to the town, and it worked. Now, they have shows here, sporting events, even have a circus once in a while, and locals fill the place up, so I guess it worked. This is the famous Corn Palace. This down there is a tour going on. I don't know what the tour costs. But again, we didn't take the tour. We did buy some popcorn. It was pretty good. A lot of pictures show the evolution. Changes a little bit every year. Outside, they have special events out here also. And they do sell Coors beer. Ooh. All in all, this stop cost us about a half hour. Well, about an hour, really. Across the street is the the souvenir shop. And that's where the tour starts. I'm not sure if it starts there or it ends there. But they want to get you in that shop. Now, the town of Mitchell's not that big a town, but it looks to be a pretty nice town. Quick look around and we got to get back on the road. Next stop, you got it, the Badlands. Badlands National Park. It's located in southwestern South Dakota. The park protects 243,000 acres. Badlands National Park features a unique topography characterized by sharply eroded bluffs, gullies, and ridges that has become known as the Badlands. The Badlands are cut from deep volcanic ash deposits that have been sculptured and carved into fantastic forms by the continuous action of wind and water falling in infrequent but torrent downpours. It all began about 80 million years ago. Within the Badlands National Park, more than 80 geological sites have been discovered, indicating that the first humans arrived in the area as long as 11,000 years ago. These people were probably nomadic hunters and gatherers who may have been the early arrivals from Asia across the Bering Land Bridge. In more recent times, the Dakota Indians, formerly called the Sioux, were masters of the northern plains. Well, this is what we've been looking for. This is the town of Wall. How could you miss it? I mean, we had signs for Wall drugs clear back in Nebraska. Town of Wall is a small town. Its main attraction called Wall drugs. So we're going to stop and take a look. How could you not stop and take a look? It's what we've been looking for, the wall. We're getting a good look at the town. And there's plenty of parking. Of course, we're here on a weekday in September, so it's not as busy as it would be during the height of the tourist season. And it seems like every time you come, they have an antique car show. Seems to be the thing to do. Well, we're going to take a look here. Store, often called Wall Drugs, is a roadside attraction and tourist stop located in the town of Wall, South Dakota, adjacent to the Badlands National Park. Wall Drugs consist of a collection of cowboy-themed stores, including a drugstore, gift shop, several restaurants, and various other stores, as well as an art gallery and an 80-foot brontosaurus sculpture. Unlike a traditional shopping mall, all the stores at Wall Drugs operate under a single entity rather than being run individually. The small-town drugstore made its first steps forward towards fame when it was purchased by Ted Husted in 1931. Husted was a Nebraskan native and pharmacist who was looking for a small town with a Catholic church in which to establish his business. He bought Wall Drugs, located in a 231-person town in that he referred to as the middle of nowhere. Business was very slow until his wife, Dorothy, thought of advertising free water to perched travelers heading to the newly opened Mount Rushmore, about 60 miles to the west. Well, we all know what happened after that. It's family-operated business, is still family-operated today, and it's huge. Very unique place. One of the seating areas for the restaurant. Food's not bad. And then there's the shopping. Shop after shop after shop. Yours truly here broke down. I bought a couple hats. Actually, I bought 3 hats. Found the price to be right. About 15 bucks a hat. That's pretty cheap for most at touristy places. They want 20, 25. I have even seen them as high as 30 in some places. So 15 wasn't bad. I like the hats. I bought a couple. Now, if you want cowboy boots, they got them, boy. And you could pay anywhere from $100 to $600, $700, $800, even more. Very unique place. If you've never seen Wall Drugs and you're out this way, you have to stop. You got to spend an hour or two there. Even got a chapel.
Yes, I gotta go in here and just look around for a few minutes.
Much of the sculpture and so forth that you'll find here, photos, pictures, paintings, not cheap, but you're not going to find them any cheaper anywhere else either. This is the ice cream parlor, and of course you can't leave here without having some ice cream. Been years since I've had a chocolate malt, so I had me a chocolate malt. Well, we're back on the road, heading west. Well, we'll continue west. We're heading to Rapid City, where we'll be spending a couple nights. That way we can spend some time in the Black Hills. We'll bring that to you in the next episode, so stay tuned. And please do me a favor, hit that like button and hit the subscribe button. I'm at 72 subscribers. At least about 27, 28. I need about 28 more by January 1st. So help me out, folks. Subscribe. And I'll see you down the road.